It's the end of the day. It's time to close up shop. However, something tells you to stay back for a bit. For the next hour or two, you'll be staying after hours. Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Double After Hours podcast. I'm Aaron Gresser. I'm here with Charles Robison.
Hello.
Back again. And for the first time in the new studio, Shane Siegel.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. Not too bad. And special guest, Jaydyn.
Hello, I'm back.
My girlfriend.
From the radio show.
Exactly.
That doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it's gone. It does not exist
Went through
anymore.
the door and is
The door
gone
is
for
now
good.
shut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's locked.
Condemned.
It's gonna get
Bolted,
burned.
as in relation to Bolt, which released in 2008 by Walt Disney Pictures.
Can we not talk
That a
about
certain podcast did a whole hour-long episode about?
I'm grabbing Bolt's shotgun.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, I mean, jeez, that
was
post
loud.
has been live for a while by the time this goes up. But yeah, we put a post of a Bolt with a shotgun.
Which
on
is
the
always fun.
It's great. It got like 800 views on TikTok somehow.
Oh,
I don't know why.
That's lovely.
Didn't the Scott Pilgrim one get like...
It got like 1,200 before
Ooh.
TikTok shadow banned it.
And then did you appeal it?
I tried to. I haven't gotten an appeal back yet, so we'll see.
Well, we gotta raid the HQ, like that other post.
Yeah, because I made that a response post where it's Spider-Man breaking into the Washington Monument, but the text is just me and the boys breaking into TikTok to get my appeal or whatever.
That's how it works.
But anyway, we're talking about Cars.
The movie.
Released in
2006.
2006.
2006, thank you. Why am I here?
Why
To suffer.
Yes.
Amen.
That's nice.
That's why we're all here.
Yes.
I guess for context on why we're suffering today in particular, Cars has been a running joke on when we used to do the radio show.
Yes, former radio show that my WHMI program
Officially
director
found out.
He called me today. Fun story before we get started. Side tangents, love them. He called me up and we were talking about some events that he's wanting me to work, and he mentioned as a side thing, he was like, "So you're not doing the revolving door anymore at WPON?" And I sat there and I said, "Yeah, no, we're not." "How do you know about that?" And he goes, "Well, I peruse the buzzwords every once in a while." I'm like,
His exact words were peruse?
He didn't say peruse, but he says he browses the buzzwords. And I'm like, you do what? Excuse me? You peruse the buzzwords? So, yeah, I don't think you're going to ever be allowed at WHMI, Charlie.
Give it time. They're desperate.
Yeah. Desperate?
They need me.
Yeah.
No, they could use me.
They need you to read the news.
Oh, I thought you said
This
something.
guy died.
Aaron, I thought you said something else. I thought you said something else.
They do not need me for that, Shane. I'm going to let you know that right now. No one,
Your head go.
Shane, no one needs me for what you are prescribing. The clothes are staying on.
Well, I should have worn my scrubs today. I could have given you an exam today.
Shane, I'm good.
I have no words for that.
Shane, I'm great. I'm good. You know what, Shane? How about you keep your grimy mitts off of my particulars, okay?
No. Stay away.
Stay away. But anyway, back to Cars.
Anywho,
I mean, the car has a tramp stamp in this movie, so it kind of relates. But
It relates to our, our second Thanksgiving show?
yeah, yeah, you're right, because they made a tramp stamp joke in there.
Yep.
How about the Papa John's logo on my tramp? That was the joke. But anyway,
Because why not, right?
I mean, it's better than Little Caesars. But actually, no, I'd argue Little Caesars is better than
yeah.
Papa John's. Anyway, my point, but I'd rather have the Papa John's look. I'm getting very distracted.
You were getting very distracted off track.
You're
For those of y'all who think you have ADD, you're not wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
all of us in the room.
literally.
Yeah.
But
It's so bad.
we're talking about Cars, 2006. And guys, again, we're talking about this movie because it's been a running joke for a while that I don't like this movie. And we're finally going to sit down and we're going to talk about it. But I guess before we start discussing the movie proper, we've all grown up with this movie.
yeah,
This is all,
100%.
this is all nostalgic
Of course.
classic for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
I guess while we open it up, I guess talk about what did you think about this movie when you were a kid, and how has it changed to now since we've all had to rewatch it?
A lot of references I missed.
Yeah.
I will say that. Like, there's the one scene where Sarge is like, he's saluting the flag, right? And then and then you hear like the Jimi Hendrix Star Spangled Banner. He's like, "Respect the classics, man. It's Hendrix." And I'm like, I never once would have, remembered that or
How does
known
the
that as a
car
kid.
play guitar?
Yeah, right, there you go. Which is going to lead into 90% of this podcast.
I'm going to hold back on it
You're gonna
because
hold
honestly,
back?
I think Cars 2 is more egregious in this case than
okay.
Yeah,
Cars
and I
1.
just finished watching it today.
You were binging
apparently.
them.
Yeah.
all three.
Apparently, yeah. I'm
Started the
like,
third.
a little bit like into the third one now. So
Interesting.
remember the
Okay.
third.
Well, what did you guys think of Cars
So,
1?
For me, I thought it was good. Like when I watched it as a kid, I didn't know like a lot of the stuff, but like after rewatching it again, I started seeing like a lot more like stuff about it, like all like
humor.
references. What?
Adult humor.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah,
Car
Yes. This hillbilly hell.
They're honking their
I
horn.
love that line.
It's so
because
great.
that's what I was in while I was watching this movie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like and he was like they're honking their horns or something like that. Like I watched it yesterday, but like there's a lot of like references, innuendos, which Charlie, you're good at.
I try.
Even like with some like the like cars too, of like how they were like based off of like real people, like
Yeah. Of
course.
Jay Limo, and then
Yeah, that's true. I
forgot about Jay
and,
Leno.
and then there's also Arnold Schwarzenhammer.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Oh.
Because
Yeah,
he was the
yeah.
mayor of California at the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Or sorry,
we need to find him
Yeah,
now.
it's California.
No, because you're not a mayor of a state, you're a governor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Something like
Dated references.
Thanks, Pixar. You usually don't do that.
Yeah.
they don't now. Or
Well,
do they? I don't know.
I mean, depends.
It
Depends on the
subtle
movie. It
references.
Depends on the movie nowadays. Ugh.
Exactly.
I think when we go through Pixar's catalog as this podcast progresses, which is going to happen.
Yeah,
we'll
eventually.
get into that. But
Right.
Movie
Now,
movies.
Jaydyn, what about you?
Okay, well, I grew up with cars, love cars, whatever. But the thing is, I work with children, so I'm
sorry.
forced to watch this movie very often.
I'm
so
so
now it's
sorry.
kind of annoying, and it's so bad because I pick out all of the like adult humor jokes in the movie, and I'm laughing, and the kids are
course.
like, "What the heck are you laughing about?" Like, you don't need to know.
You don't know what a tramp stamp is, little Jimmy? Well, well, if I may,
teach
well, if I may
lesson.
show you.
I got a story for you.
So this is why you don't go to college. Pulls up shirt.
Never go to college.
Yeah.
It's not like the worst movie I've ever seen, but
Yeah.
like now I'm just annoyed
Okay.
by the movie a little bit.
I think that's largely how I feel right now because as a kid, I don't think I ever was like in love with the movie. I didn't hate it. Like my Cars hate arc wasn't like a permanent like Charlie fixture of my life.
Wow.
But-
Surprisingly.
I know, right? Opinions can change, but
Amazing.
when I was growing up, it was one of those movies where because for a while there, I want to say from like 12 to 15, I wanted to be an animator for Pixar. That was the dream before I
Okay.
realized it just artistically wasn't there yet. Wow. I know. Thanks, Owen Wilson. That was the right white guy. But my point is that when I started watching the other Pixar movies, I mean, obviously, Incredibles has always been my favorite.
Of course.
Or like Ratatouille,
yes.
or Up, or Toy Story, or Finding Nemo, or I don't know, Bug's Life. Like I just like Cars was that movie where I watched it. And I was like, it's not doing as much as some of the others, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like I like Luca, but I'm not gonna say Luca is like the greatest Pixar movie
Of course.
because it's just more of a simplistic tale.
No.
But Cars was always one of those movies where I watched it, and I guess maybe it's like I didn't get the hype of Cars because
I just
the
watched,
hype.
you just watched it for fun.
Because no, I watched it for sport.
it technically is a sport.
racing.
is a
racing,
sport.
That is one of the few parts of this movie I liked. But we'll get into it. But my point is that when I held it up to other Pixar movies, it just didn't really hold up in my eyes, and I think that's why it always kind of irked me. And the fact that I was all surrounded by people who loved the movie,
Yeah.
and that was kind of in my period where I couldn't stand people having different opinions than me. Which still consists to this day,
Right.
But
Yeah, nothing, guys.
nothing's
changed. Yeah.
But
Nothing has ever changed.
But what I mean by that partially is because when I was a little youngin', I'd
Yeah.
maybe go like,
young
"Oh,
man.
that's a genuine mistake in the movie." And I was surrounded by people who would go, "No."
Yeah, right.
So that's my relationship with this movie.
Okay. I had this. All eyes on me now. Okay.
Because you started talking.
Yeah, because I started talking. I really liked this movie when I was a little kid. Like
Past
I
tense.
like. They're nice.
I helped you set up this set.
Yeah, I know.
I'm on the thickest ice out of the five of us.
Yeah, you are. Bryce. No,
George. Nah, George is
Shane.
Jaydyn.
What?
Yeah, what?
right.
You're
I'm not
on
a part
thin
of
ice
this.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Anyway, Aaron.
Anyways, back to me, which is another famous Charlie line. that I'm going to steal. But, anyways.
As usual.
Yeah, as usual. Nothing's changed. But anyways, so I watched this movie a lot when it came on TV. I had this movie on DVD and Blu-ray because it came with it was the combo pack when they were trying to sell both. But I don't know. I really liked this movie. I didn't understand a lot of of course, the adult humor.
Sure.
Which when I watched it, actually, I watched it again today. And it's the first time I've seen it in a while. And I'm starting to see a lot of those adult references, and it makes it even better. Okay.
So you're saying that adult references in kids' movies are good?
Teach kids swears.
They're just funny, okay? It made,
Life
I
lessons.
forgot how
Start them young,
funny
Charlie.
this movie is. Sometimes. Not all the time. It has its hits, and it has its misses.
Yeah.
But having Mater go up to Lightning and go, I know this might not be a good time right now, but you owe me $32,000 in legal fees. That's really funny, okay?
That is a good joke.
Yeah, I like that one. That was good.
I don't know. I mean, from I understand its mistakes now. That I'm not, great kid like cars.
Yapping about.
But, which of course, that's...
We'll get to.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But I don't know. I just think the adult humor and some of the jokes that are I started to catch on, it made this movie a little bit better for me from when I first watched it when I was 6.
I guess to tap off of that, which is a phrase.
Yes, it is.
I guess we'll kind of just go through this movie from beginning to end.
Okay.
Because, I don't know. This seems like the most logical way to go.
Yeah.
I really like the way this movie opens, actually.
Yeah.
The opening
That
is
actually, I liked it as a kid with the way this movie opened. That did not change.
You love Sheryl Crow.
I do.
The song was good.
Very quickly, the soundtrack of this movie,
Phenomenal.
iconic.
Yeah.
I do not like this movie still, but come on.
Yeah.
It has
It's a
a lot
highlight.
of great songs that even
Last Flats.
I sometimes listen to this day. It's
You
Yeah.
it's
definitely
good.
do.
Yeah, I do.
Let's not pretend ourselves. This is a phenomenal soundtrack. Besides Long Ago. besides Our Town or whatever that darn song
Yeah,
is
it's Our
called.
Town from...
Flawless.
Yeah.
That
But-
song.
Gotta love James Taylor in that soundtrack.
Do you?
I have a very love-hate relationship with James Taylor. Some of the songs are pretty good, and then the other ones are
Or they're
okay.
just bland.
No, I could, I'll pass.
They're stupid. That's what they are.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa, Shane. Whoa.
Fighting words.
I know.
Shane.
Yeah.
Shane.
There's a lot of fighting words, but I do think the music in Cars really great. The story, it's all right, but the music though, where
But
it's at.
on the topic of music, where I was going with this, I really do like what they kind of did with Lightning in these opening bits. Because while I don't love him as a character in this movie, and we'll probably get to that eventually,
Yep.
I do like the way the opening sets him up with the Sheryl Crow song blasting, kind of getting you a gist of his character without directly going, that's Lightning McQueen. He's this guy, even though they literally do that on the screens of the race, which I don't hate actually, because they got a lot of professional NASCAR people.
Yeah.
Announcers and racers and other people to really help with that feel of
course.
oh, this is a professional race. And I do genuinely think that does help the movie the most, as when it's purely about the racing, I'm invested.
Yeah.
That's valid.
The way they were able to pull it off, I took a bunch of notes because I was watching the behind the scenes and production stuff that they released in the special features of
Disc
this movie.
2.
The disc 2 of
special.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. How pristine is your disc 2?
Dude, it's flawless.
Yeah, there you
Not
go.
a
Still
scratch.
works.
Amen.
Good.
But guys, I watched the features on YouTube. But
Of course on YouTube.
New CD.
because they were theirs, I was like, eh.
Yeah, why not?
Did you have Subway Surfers going on at the bottom?
No,
Oh, no.
because I actually have an attention span.
Yeah, so do I.
Can't
But
relate.
Oh, Gen Alpha.
I would.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I really liked the opening race set pieces. For one thing, I thought the way it ended was kind of funny. Even though, again, could you rewrite this movie with humans and cars? Yeah, you could. But also, the tongue, it's kind of funny.
It is.
I don't know.
The tongue.
I'll let it slide.
Bleh.
And also, just Chick Hicks is just...
Oh, one of the
being
best
voiced by-
characters.
he is the saving grace of this movie for me.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is so funny.
What would Cars be without Kachiga?
yeah, when I was a kid, I always one of my favorite toy cars that I had from
Yeah.
the movie was Chick Hicks.
Oh, yeah.
I took that guy everywhere I went.
The bathroom?
Probably.
I plead the fifth on that one, but anyways,
Dude, plead a new amendment.
I don't.
Chick Hicks deserves that.
Sixth Amendment. No, we already typed
Whoa,
that one.
whoa, whoa.
Second. I don't even know.
The right to bear arms
Yes.
Okay.
with chick? No.
Oh, okay.
Don't pull out the
Yeah,
fake,
we-
the
but
fake
no,
shotgun.
but yeah.
Well,
So
easy.
with my like, so I did like the movie, and I also had the video game that came out with it for the PlayStation 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that game, it was actually pretty fun. Like I enjoyed like driving his
mean,
Lightning
if you're a
McQueen.
sheep.
I had Cars Mater National on the Wii. Motion controls.
Motion. Oh boy,
Dude, I'm not here for Mater.
Yeah.
We're here for lightning.
Mater.
I'm not here for Mater. I think he's pretty annoying.
Even voiced by Larry the Cable Guy. Too.
Doesn't help.
Whoa, no.
He's annoying, but like he has decent moments.
He has
I mean,
a
there's
couple
there's
good
a couple-
jokes, but that's
right.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I mean,
he
of
was
course,
a
tractor
character-
tipping is like the quintessential kid fart joke moment.
Kinda,
that
yeah.
keeps all
That
the
was
kids
my
invested.
favorite
I was
scene
rooting
as a
for
child.
Hank.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
That was
I was
hilarious.
rooting for Hank or whatever the tractor was called.
Oh, Frank.
Frank,
Frank,
sorry. How can I
Frank
forget?
from World
Yeah.
Blake?
Yeah.
Yeah, how could I forget? But
Yeah. We love Frank.
Every time I think of Frank, I just think of like the human Frank. I just think about like the the like giant corn plow thingy that's just going.
And listening,
Okay.
and who used to listen to the revolving door?
Yeah.
and who hopefully listens to this now.
Yeah,
He
I
does.
feel like
He
his
does.
anger, like when we ended the show, was kind of like Frank from Cars.
No, he's ready to.
Sure.
Well,
He's upset.
But back to the opening of this movie.
Yeah, back to Cars.
That's the
The opening of this movie, very fun. Once we leave the raceway,
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, Life is a Highway. Great song.
oh,
100%.
Rascal
Great-
Flatts.
And great cover
Hits.
too.
I
Yeah,
listened-
great cover, great sequence. That
I did
that
listen
part's
to
good.
it this morning when I was picking up Jaydyn, and
You did?
it's great. Yeah, I
Should've
did.
waited. Such
Nah.
a good song.
God forbid you play a song twice.
Yeah.
I played it 3 times.
Wow.
Wow.
Playlist never changes.
He is just
Wow.
part of the. He did that. Now he's part of the Mile High Club. Get a load of that guy.
I'm part of many clubs.
Oh, please, no. I don't need to hear that. Anyway.
Anyways,
But what do you see in this guy?
I don't know. You tell me, Doc.
Shane really is the mater of this crew.
No, actually, that's so fair. I see
I'm
it.
Toe Shane.
Toe Shane. Okay, now they just made me
Keeping
sound
cows.
like a foot fetish offender.
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're moving on now.
Was it Spy Kids?
It could be.
Yo.
Honestly, could be. But anyways,
Spy
after
Kids?
the opening,
Oh.
it's the where
Yeah.
they're driving. Life is a highway, and then it's just like Lightning like sees like a minivan go by, and he's like, "Dude,
With
we
the
gotta-"
mattress, by the way.
Yeah, with the
First
mattress.
of all, how?
here we go.
I'm not gonna get to, but that is one of the genuinely like. Okay, I will make fun of the world building in Cars 2 episode when
Yeah.
we eventually get
Yes,
there
of
because
course.
Bryce has to be that rare for that
No,
one.
he
because fun
will.
fact, he loves Cars 2.
Yeah.
which is why he isn't smart.
Yes, which proves that
Just call him out. Sure.
Yeah.
Care. He knows what I think about Cars.
Let's start
2.
up a Twitter
Okay.
account and start calling them out on that.
Bryce hates
account.
Cars 2.
The new
Hate
account.
account on
Can't wait.
Insta.
Oh, dude.
Oh man.
I'll make it right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point is that like we have this goofy little scene where
Yeah.
Mac is falling asleep and you know through all these other shindigs,
Yeah.
Lightning McQueer ends up finding his way.
That's because we're
Wait.
tired.
Yeah, he finds his way in Radiator Dings
Yeah.
and gets twapped. He's there. He's
Twapped.
stuck.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Falls out of the truck. He
Yeah.
almost gets run over on the freeway.
Yeah, and then almost got hit by a train too. Which honestly, I was hoping that train would just speed up.
Dude, amen.
In the movie early.
End of movie.
Yeah.
In the movie,
That's the,
End
next,
credits.
that's the next Pixar short they're gonna play before their next movie.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just a cut of that scene where the train is like speeding along and lightning just turns like what he does
Into
in Cars 3 when he gets hit.
just destroyed.
I will say a lot of the like jump cuts in time in this movie are hilarious.
They're
like
really funny.
they work so well. Like it's like, oh, don't worry, Mac, I'll be up with you all night. And then
All
just
night?
sleep, and then he's just out.
2 minutes later.
Yeah.
Not even 2 minutes later. It's like a few seconds.
That's me.
That
Yeah,
is.
the-
I'll be up all night. Okay.
The editing of this movie is just very goofy.
Yeah.
Like it's not awful, but you know, like his dream sequences, if you will, where he wants to be Dynaco or
Yeah, those are really fun.
those-
to do.
really
those ones-
weird,
those are
man.
they're weird because it's first like he wants to be like the new face is Dinoco. He's like, "Cow," and then it turns into Chick Hicks, and
Yeah.
It
he's
just
got
felt a little out of place, I guess, with
Yeah.
how grounded the movie kind of was in its car logic.
it does, and then of all things, Frank becoming the new face
That
of
was
Dinoco.
that was-
That
so
no,
weird.
I'll let that slide. That was
yeah,
fun.
that one I think that one of those three, Frank takes the top, 100%.
He's a top.
He could
Frank.
be.
Frank, let us know.
The character or the man, Aaron?
Yeah.
The character or the man?
Which one, Aaron?
Both. Anyways.
Oh. Yeah. Is that the noise he makes?
There you go.
But anyway, he's stuck in Radiator Springs, and we're introduced to our unlikable band of characters.
Yeah.
We're introduced to Mater. We're introduced to... Well, we already introduced the sheriff.
Yeah.
But we're not,
Not in my town, they don't. And then he's like, mimicking gunshots with backfiring.
well, yeah, because he's old or whatever.
No.
Which
Yeah,
also kind of confused me because, like, you think Lightning would be like, wait a minute, I haven't been shot yet.
Wait a minute, I'm not leaking oil. There's no bullet holes in me.
I don't know. I mean,
bulletproof.
it's got gunshot fears. You know, it sounds like
Why?
a gunshot.
Do guns
He has
exist in
flashbacks.
cars?
Aaron, he has flashbacks.
It's flashbacks.
Of what? was Lightning McQueen a blood?
He was. We'll put it like this: drafted.
Oh,
Shame. I'm really trying not to get into the why are they cars debate because we're saving
Yeah.
that for cars too. But you're making it really hard right now.
But yeah.
But anyway.
moving on to the characters, and speaking of like on like the little mini topic of like drafting and military, there's the sergeant.
Yeah, there's Sarge.
Which
Yeah.
He's a Sarge.
he is some.
That is his
something.
character.
And then there's
Yeah.
the what's the Volkswagen's name?
Fillmore.
Fillmore.
Yeah, Fillmore. He's just like groovy man.
Yep, he's a hipster.
The 60s weren't kind to you.
no,
That was a good line. That was a good line.
Oh, 100%.
There's Luigi and Guido.
Oh yes.
Those
They're just kind of eh.
They're
just
there.
they're just there.
There's Ramon.
Yeah.
Flow.
Flo.
Flow.
They all just kind of have one shtick,
Yeah.
and that's all they
Red.
got.
Don't forget Red, the fire truck.
Oh yeah, Red.
Oh, yes.
And I forgot
And then the granny.
the old car's name.
Yeah.
Stanley's wife or whatever.
I'm gonna look up the character's name. Hold on.
But we can't forget Sally,
Yeah.
which for the life of me, I don't understand what she sees in Lightning. I don't get, like, I get it. He had an arc. He
has
changed.
no
of
sex
course.
appeal.
But like, I don't get like what she
Lotion.
saw in him to begin with. I guess because he was just kind of like, "I'm gonna go out with you," and she's like, "No."
Right.
I'm good.
That's the whole interaction.
Narcissism.
And like, then we go on with the movie, and he doesn't really change that much. But she's like, "Wow." Like, I get it. He had a character arc. I understand.
Yeah.
We'll get into it. But like,
character
Got detailed.
character arc.
like he did, like that. Honestly, Lightning's character arc is like pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty solid. I don't have really any qualms with it. But the problem is that, and you kind of see this in a lot of the early bits of the movie, is that I just think Lightning is. It's very hard to write an unlikable character that's also funny.
Yeah.
True.
Like Toy Story 1 had this problem originally where Aaron, you might have seen like the original like Woody before
Yeah.
they rewrote the movie and how he was just an unbearable jerk.
I
Really?
did watch, actually, surprisingly, I had Toy Story on DVD, and I watched the bonus features.
No way.
So you know what I'm talking about.
I do know what
All
you're
right.
talking about. It's been a while since I've seen them, but I do remember that.
But this was the version of the movie the version of Toy Story that Pixar showed to Disney, and this largely came from a lot of executive meddling. This wasn't really Pixar's fault, but still, it wasn't a great version of the movie. And one of the big reasons because Woody, our main character, was insanely unlikable. Just like not even like a character you want to root for to change. Just no real redeeming features about him. And I'm not going to say that's Lightning, not at all.
No.
But he does strike as a very similar kind of character,
In a sense.
and which kind of irks me because, again, like I want to kind of like the main character, and even in Toy Story 1, Woody isn't totally the greatest guy ever. But I think the difference between like Toy Story 1 and Cars is, for one thing, I think Toy Story is a lot funnier. And I just like the side characters a lot more because they made me laugh.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the movie going, oh, I kind of want to see them, that rise up or whatever. But like, I still want to watch for them.
Gross.
Yeah.
Untrue.
Seem to be just a little bit better.
Right. Like, and I think like if you have an unlikable main character, but likable side characters around him, and eventually the main character becomes likable,
Yeah.
that's a lot easier of a movie to watch. And partially is that, again, film criticism in this regard is kind of subjective. Like, sure, I go to school for this, but I'm not going to act like my opinion trumps everyone else's because it doesn't.
Yeah.
and this is my opinion on Cars is purely my own.
Of course.
That's
But
valid.
Yeah.
from my perspective, it was very hard to watch this movie sometimes because not only was Lightning just kind of and he occasionally had a funny line, but I just didn't really care for a lot of the other side characters except for Doc.
No.
Doc.
I
yeah.
love Doc.
Doc.
Doc's great.
S tier in my book. He is one of the greats.
Turn right to go left. What an idiot.
Die.
Yeah, right.
Idiot. No wonder he crashed.
But yeah, Lightning ends up owing Mater $32,000 in legal fees,
This is
Lovely.
true. Which,
and he has to fix the road.
Iconic.
Yeah.
and then he does fix the roll, but it's like
He
terrible.
really
It's-
tried.
he tried, but
He did not.
failed.
No, he
try.
fundamentally did not.
Yeah. His
just rushed it.
How can I get this
trying
done
was just like trying to speed up the process, and then it's just like, yeah, you failed. Try this again, buddy.
He wanted to get out of hillbilly hell.
Yeah,
Dude, amen.
Yeah. Which is still such a weird line. It's funny because
Oh, it's funny.
For me, it's when I hear that line, it's like I don't expect that to be out of a G movie.
Right.
Like, but then I hear Hillbilly Hell and I laugh so
That part
much.
makes me-
It's so good.
It's the same energy as Ratatouille when Skinner goes up to... I forgot the main character's name. I'm so dumb.
Yeah.
Not Remy, but
Oh, the human.
The dude.
Okay.
Linguini or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that.
I think it's
Not linguini.
Is it not?
Pistachio.
No, linguini. I think it's the
Pistachio. Hold on.
Pull out the
TBD.
phone.
I am pulling this up right now.
Ravioli.
Ravioli.
Chef
give me the
Boyardee.
ravioli.
What?
Wow, I don't.
I'd kill.
It is linguini. I was right.
Wait,
okay.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But you
Never
all
mind.
tried to gaslight me. But anyway.
Whoopsies.
But it's like when Skinner goes up to Linguini and goes, "Welcome to hell."
Yeah. There you go.
Same energy.
Valid.
Or I think
little
there's
bit.
some other Pixar movies that throw in the occasional swear. I know Incredibles 2
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was a whole big hubbub when it came out. Like, oh no, the kids' movie swore.
can't have
Shut
them
up.
And then you look at Cars.
Who's
Calling people morons, idiots, hillbilly hell.
Yeah,
you
there's a
can't
lot
get
of
away with
that.
that.
says it twice because Sally
Yeah.
says it again.
Yeah.
They were proud of that line.
Yes.
Oh,
Which
very.
why wouldn't they be? It's funny.
Of course.
And other like I'm thinking about like other kids' movies that actually like swear in it. Like a big
there's
example
plenty.
is what?
There's plenty.
Yeah, Shrek is an example.
What is with your obsession with Shrek?
What? There's nothing wrong with
Side topic.
He looks like Farquaad.
I'm so.
Are you saying that I
now
look
that
like
you put that in my head,
Farquaad?
I'm not gonna be able to forget that.
I win.
Wow. Yeah, Aaron.
Aaron, what are you
Farquaad?
doing?
I am not.
I needed a second to recover from that one.
Wasn't that funny?
Yeah, there's like
so-
that one. That one swears because there's like when Shrek is.
Wait, you know what? He looks like Pinocchio.
Oh.
Honestly though, if
Name change.
Hope were to do Shrek the musical, I would probably be casted as Pinocchio.
No, you'd be casted as Gingy.
Don't.
I would come see that.
No, I'd be carrying around like a puppet or something, like, and just be.
Oh
turning it.
no,
let's get the face paint out.
Oh, gingerbread.
So wait, so you want me? So like in
Not the
the
buttons.
show, like in the movie where he gets his legs cut off, do you want my legs to be actually cut off too?
I mean, we have a wheelchair.
Yeah, I could be like Joe Swanson.
You can be handy capable just like me.
Aw.
But anyway, the point
You can
is,
have a friend.
back to,
Oh boy, another chair.
back to Hillbilly Hell.
Back to
Yeah.
hillbilly.
Back to the hillbilly hell.
Yes.
Yeah, like, and that is one of the parts of this movie that I do genuinely enjoy.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of goes for it in some cases. Because I do think genuinely a lot of movies, especially movies for kids now, they are so scared of offending someone.
Oh, of course.
They are so scared of going for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if
But-
you do that, canceled.
Right, because they're like, oh no, the parents were like, oh no, the kids' movie swore. Well, first of all, you've probably sworn in front of your kids before. Don't
No,
act
of course.
like
Yeah,
you're an
don't
angel.
lie to yourself.
Second of all, if your kid isn't mature enough to not repeat everything they hear from a movie, that's your fault.
Yeah.
And the third of all, who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
So he fails to fix the road. I don't. What?
And he's still working on it. And then
Like, he has to work on it again. I don't
And he's
remember.
practicing like, and then after that, he bolted out of Radiator Springs to like practice doing like
And they
turn
stopped him.
turn left, go
No, because
right.
he has the race before then,
What? No.
doesn't he?
No.
Because he has the race to figure out who wants to fix the road before lightning goes.
Yeah, before lightning
To
stops
excavate
him.
it.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah,
and then,
that.
and then after like that whole first race, he's trying to practice it, and Lightning's just he can't really do it because he's like,
That's
how is
not-
it possible? He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just an old man. No one likes him.
Yeah.
Dang.
Making fun of Doc and all that, and then it's like I'm trying to think what else comes after that. Like after that whole scene, I'm trying
mean,
to think.
The shindig.
The shindig.
shindig.
Yeah, what happens after that shindig?
Jeez, I took notes. I could have sworn.
You see, I'm not like
'cause I know
Charlie.
there-
I didn't take notes.
Because I know there's a lot of weird.
Wow.
Wow.
Do they tractor
take
tip?
notes.
I don't remember. But this movie's like okay because I think that generally does kind of lead into runtime.
Yeah.
Because this movie is almost 2 hours long.
It is.
It is a long one, and it's one of those movies where whenever I sit down and I'm forced to watch it,
Yeah.
like for this,
Of course.
I sit there and I see that almost 2 hour runtime, and I'm going, "Geez, Louise,
That's crazy.
what are you gonna do with Cars for 2 hours?"
Nothing.
Well, no.
No, they do stuff.
I genuinely think this movie uses its runtime pretty well. Outside of a couple scenes, I don't think most of it should be cut.
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Like maybe some of it could have been shortened, but I don't think there's any scene that fundamentally needed to be cut.
That's fair.
Yeah, you know what? I'm starting to kind of like re-go through the movie in my head, and after you said that, yeah, no, it does use its runtime very well.
It definitely does. I do think.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I mean?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Like, what do you think about the runtime?
I don't have a disagreeing opinion.
Okay.
Valid.
Nice.
There is one thing I do want to mention is like when we were going back to like the songs. So you know, like during like the news scene where it's like everybody's like curious about like where Lightning went. The news music is the exact same one from the B movie. I did find that
Really?
out.
Is it really?
It actually is.
Thievery.
I know because I saw it. I'm just like, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. So I replayed the scene again, and then I played the one from the B movie. It's the same thing.
DreamWorks stealing from Pixar?
It doesn't surprise
Again?
me.
It also has the same
Theory.
generic truck sound that everybody knows from like
Yeah.
it's in everything. Yeah. Yeah.
But also,
Oh, that was pretty good.
like, I guess on the random topic of...
Thank you.
But I guess
Years
on
of
the,
practice.
on the random topic of sounds, they did try to get a lot of these like car sounds to be genuinely authentic.
Yeah, I did see
Yeah.
something about that.
Like they took the animators to like a bunch of racetracks and the NASCAR circuit, so that way they record the specific types of cars they had
Yeah.
going down the track to get it as close as possible. Like they actually got a Hudson Hornet. And
wow.
got
wow.
all of the sounds for it. They were able to. I think they got a Thunderbird, which is what the King's car is, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it is.
And you got all of that stuff. Like they did genuinely put in the work to try and make this stuff feel authentic, which is why I can't ever fully hate this movie because you go behind the scenes and like Pixar did the work
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
The amount of stickers of like all these other brands and all that other stuff, like the way the cars look and move. Like
It's
they
all
actually feel like
actual
cars.
cars.
Like they committed to the bit,
Yeah.
which is like why I can't ever fully like, oh, this movie's awful. Like, sure, I think it's kind of boring in some places, but that's just partially because I don't like these characters, so I'm just fundamentally not going to be engaged. But I can't say that like they did it like they did no research. But yeah, speaking of work, Lightning put in the work. He actually
yes, he
fixed
did.
the road.
He did.
Unlike Gretchen
Eventually.
Whitmer. But,
I mean,
That-
hey, he's out of line, but he's right.
what are you talking about? I'm perfectly online.
No,
Have you
he's
been to Holland
definitely in
recently,
line.
Shane?
No, yeah, they
awful.
did tear up. Yeah, so over in Holland, they did tear
Welcome
up.
back to Shane's college mention.
Quick
Take a
synopsis.
shot each time he goes for it.
Shot's crazy.
But they did tear
He'll
up
be in the
ro-
hospital in 5 minutes.
yeah, it's over.
No, we'll make it 2.
Oh,
But anyways, like they tore up like one of the roads, like going east, like away from Holland, and
Sure.
they like it's terrible. They did it at the terrible time too.
Everyone's trying to leave. They said no.
Yeah, they're just like absolutely
Stuck.
not. You're staying. If you try to leave, you will be fined.
Oh.
Were they hauling Bessie down there?
Probably.
oh, Bessie.
Oh, Bessie.
Bessie.
Classic. Man, you get to haul Bessie.
If I were to see Bessie, I would just like I would have said that line. Oh, it's
Classic.
Next
did.
car I'm getting, its name Bessie.
There you go.
I mean,
I guess that's trailer. I guess
that's
more
awesome.
appropriately.
No.
that's
I don't know if I can commit to Bessie.
No.
You know,
Bessie's
Bessie.
I mean,
but
I can commit to
again,
my car.
how is
being-
Bessie made? They don't have hands.
That's it. Okay,
Cars 2.
I know,
Cars
I know.
2.
But
Say that
the
for
more
Cars 2.
I think about this movie, how do they build the buildings? How do they manufacture the tires?
the
Were they
cars-
born with them? That'd be like if we manufactured like flesh arms for humans.
Now, Do cars have life insurance or car insurance?
No one knows. Fun fact:
that's
in the
actually a
show
really good
Cars on
question.
the Road, Mater's door opens. Nothing's in it.
It does.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing in it. What does that mean? Are they shells? Do they have souls?
They're the result of nuclear warfare.
Tara's getting upset. He's losing it.
He's going crazy.
The cool is lost.
How does Chick Hicks grow the mustache?
Were there other historical events that happened during Cars?
There's a pope.
Yeah,
there's
Jesus exists.
Yeah.
So does that-
Or
does that-
Jesus?
Is that
Classic.
I'm more interested in the
Yeah.
Cars version of Noah's Ark because
Yeah.
Noah's Ark, obviously the Ark was a boat.
It's not
But
Noah's-
in this movie.
No, it's Noah's
the
car.
The boats are real. They're people. So did we build ours?
or what?
I don't know.
We're going
Cars
deep
leaves.
into the car lore.
No answer.
We also got car flies.
hilarious.
As soon as we get to Cars 2, I'm going to try to get an interview with one of the people that worked on that movie.
Dude, they're
we
not
get Owen
answering.
Wilson
They can
himself.
sit
They don't
and
care.
explain.
I don't think they cared.
No,
Probably
you don't
not.
think they
You know,
cared?
no,
They probably didn't go that far
I
back.
think the animators cared. I just don't think the upper management let them care.
We don't want
Because if they did,
car anatomy.
Scandal.
How do they eat?
Okay.
well, okay, no,
Well,
they have
that-
oil.
that-
They drink oil,
Yeah, they drink
which
oil.
makes
but,
actual sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
yeah, oil
That part
is valid.
I'm not mad about. But in the second movie, there's actual food.
Oh, Cars 2. Charlie,
Where does
say
it
that for
go
Cars
with the
2.
exhaust
Say that for
pipe?
Cars 2.
Do you understand why I don't like these movies?
It's the
The more I think, and I try to get on the movies level.
and Charlie doesn't
Just
think at
don't.
all.
Just don't.
Wow.
Cut the brain off.
Now they're just cheating.
Lobotomy?
Excuse you.
Sure. Go for
I
it.
made her head.
Shane, scrubs.
You know, probably.
Lobotomy.
No,
Whoa.
he's gonna get a prostate exam and then a lobotomy.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, Charlie,
Okay.
drop the trousers.
Lower region, done for.
There's a woman in this room.
James, go
I'll
upstairs.
just let myself out. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
But guys,
Wow, Shane.
cars.
Anyway, let's
Back to Cars.
That's
Before we had
back
our
to
nice
hillbilly
little-
hell.
The non-family friendly Disney movie.
This is not a family-friendly podcast.
Oh, I can't wait to put explicit on this one. Oh, nothing.
Moving on back to
Two cars.
Cars. Now
But
back to-
anyway, Lightning's putting in the work. He fixed the road. Very nice of the guy.
Yeah.
And then Sally starts hitting on Lightning because he goes tractor tipping with Mater. He says Mater's his best friend. Da 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 da.
They go on a little drive.
He stays in the
Small town
crappy
romance,
cone. He
crappy cone.
a crappy cone.
they go on a little drive. She shows off the tramp stamp or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
The
He gets
wheel
bugs in
in.
his mouth.
Amen.
Yeah, it gets bugs,
and
water, and mud.
yeah, and we learn
And
All the
it
goods.
might not be mud at all.
stop, and we learn about the history of Route 66 in Radiator Springs with a nice little song.
Yeah. And
Yeehaw.
Interstate 40 and how
Sure,
they put it
that's
in.
true.
Exactly,
Starts
yeah.
with long ago.
Not so very, long ago.
Not so
And
long ago.
okay,
Yeah.
Pixar is known for its literal songs.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend like When She Loved Me is the most I don't know, you need to think about it
yeah.
kind of song.
The
Like,
I'm 14 and this is deep.
yeah,
100%.
man, I wonder what this lyric meant. It's spelled out.
Right.
But
Theory.
what I will say
Yeah.
is at least that movie had Sarah McLachlan moving lyrics, moving
Of course.
imagery, whatever. Right? I felt
100%.
and I like Jesse as a character, so I felt something.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it's just the cars were abandoned. Oops.
Cars died. Womp womp.
Sorry.
And it's like I sit there
Yeah.
and I'm like, how old are they?
Yeah.
How do cars age? Mater aged poorly, but the others didn't age a day.
The government failed Mater.
Poor
They
Mater.
probably did.
Justice for Mater.
No.
I love
No,
Mater.
no, let him die.
He's so
He can
dorky.
stay in the slums of Radiator Springs where
No.
he belongs.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's got to get that fancy helicopter ride.
And then he did.
Helicopter ride.
I hoped he failed. Oh,
Dadgum.
Yeah. That gum.
God. Freaking
Dadgum.
Mater. It's not
That's
that funny. He just sits there
Maybe
as
the
a
cable
goes,
guy is, but not Mater.
Yeah, well, you kind of are Mater. Shane.
Whoa there.
Amen.
In the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
In the nicest way possible. You're the stupid, dirty dump truck or tow
Yeah,
truck.
so you're basically saying that I'm stupid, Jaden? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I might
yeah,
say
you know,
that
why
also
are you
because-
saying that, Jaydyn? Why would you do that?
Yeah, Jaden.
Welcome back to the panel.
Not this.
Our love
No
is
one
okay.
understands that joke.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
If they
Rude
ever
60s.
listen to the radio show.
In our town.
Yeah, our town, no longer our town. Boo-hoo cry. But I guess the point is that this movie is generally, it's trying to be like a racing movie and like an old historic like America kind of movie.
They're basically
Yeah.
telling kids like, hey,
America.
this is an actual road.
Because
that-
all the locations are
They're real.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
this is
They
not
are.
like just a
Yeah, you can go to Radiator Springs right now and meet Toe Mater in Disney's California Adventure. But
Yeah.
anyway.
I forget what the real location of Radiator Springs is. It's a real town,
Do you
but
think
it's
I would
like,
remember this? But
yeah.
I don't. It's weird because like it's obviously an important message to preach. Like,
Of
hey,
course.
remember your small towns because you don't want them to go
All right,
away.
so I did find it. So it says the movie is set in a fictional town called Radiator Springs. Blah blah blah. It's film were inspired by real places such as Baxter Springs in Kansas, Peach Springs in Arizona, and even elements of Tucumcari right here in New Mexico. I butchered that.
Good job,
so
white boy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Tried so hard.
Dang it,
Say
Bob.
it like a
Dang it.
cracker.
Dang it, Bobby, why'd you say it like that, like a cracker?
Welcome back to the Cracker Barrel Dictionary, introducing read
Yeah.
by Shane. But anyway,
Ooh.
Going back.
good job. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I sit there, I look at Radiator Springs. Some of it's run down, some of it's kept up pretty well. How does
Yeah.
that work?
This.
Why do some buildings get to decay and some don't?
I don't know, because they don't take care of them.
But like they take care of the others.
Yeah, because they're still in
The animators
service.
didn't think that
Yeah,
way.
but like
animators don't think.
no, they do.
Well,
but
they definitely
did, though.
do.
No, they actually.
You know, for
thought
this one they did, but for like
Just some
other
parts.
movies in the future, some of them,
What are you calling out over there, Shane?
Yeah.
a bunch of other.
Yeah, I'm never
movies.
gonna insult the animators of a Pixar movie. That'd be insane.
No.
DreamWorks. No, they cooked this year with some Disney or. I can't speak today. You know what? We're
Average DreamWorks audience.
There you go.
You know what? We're moving on. How about that?
Well, now I'm curious what movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't gotten that. far.
Man,
DreamWorks
they
did
cooked. I can't tell you the movies though. Thanks, Shane.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm going to stay awake with you the entire time.
The whole night, the whole night long. But yeah, you know, Lightning and Sally, they go on their little date. They fix the road. Lightning gets his little paint job. He gets the new tires, but then he gets kidnapped.
No, wait,
he doesn't-
no, you
'cause
forgot one thing.
First of all,
Spoiler.
I forgot to mention, and we skipped a lot of things in between.
Yes.
Doc's like race to himself. First of all, the soundtrack of that scene, immaculate.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. One of my favorite pieces in a Pixar movie ever. Like, oh my god.
Good
and,
stuff.
And you know, Doc gets frustrated at Lightning because, like, of course, before he gets kidnapped, or it's not kidnapped, discovered. I guess more to say.
Found.
Which, you know, obviously, him and Doc have a little disagreement because Doc won multiple piston cups, and Mater says he did what in his cup. Funny, greatest line in the movie. But anyway,
Yeah.
I quote
But-
that every day.
No, you don't. Nice try.
I'd believe it honestly, but you know, obviously they have a little disagreement and they have honestly one of my favorite bits of the movie where they have that conversation where Doc was a rookie just like Lightning, and he was abandoned.
Yeah.
I love that. That is so interesting, and this is why this movie frustrates me. It's because I think if this movie was just solely about the racing, I
Yeah.
think it could have been really something special.
Oh, 100%.
Probably, yeah.
Ditch the small town things. Not because it's bad, but because I just don't think it gels. The racing stuff, legacy, all that stuff, that's good. Like, that's cool. That's what makes Lightning kind of an interesting character here. Like, he's kind of juxtaposing Doc. Why? I just want that. I just want a racing movie. Don't give me the yucks, like, hillbilly hell.
Yeah.
Just give me NASCAR.
But how would you set up the meeting between Lightning and Doc without any of that?
I mean, I
a
still would
good
want him to kind of
question.
like be abandoned, I guess, for some of it, because I don't think you can have a movie where Lightning goes in this character arc where he is in a different space physically.
Yeah.
Maybe he
But-
can work on like he meets Doc at this one place, and then Doc is introducing him to like the other people that Doc knows.
I think
and
would be
stuff like
interesting is that you use the road. right? Because Lightning just kind of does the road. I might he's watched while he's doing it, so it doesn't do it wrong.
Yeah.
But he just kind of does it on his own time, from what it seems like.
Of course, he's got people watching him. But
Here's what you do.
yeah,
Every time Lightning completes a part of the road, Doc teaches him something he needs to know. You make it a goal. So for Lightning, that motivates him to fix the road. And for Doc, it kind of like forces him to actually teach something. You have that mentor relationship kind of built up. Because I do feel like there's something interesting with these characters here.
of course.
But the problem is that I do feel like some of it, not all of it, but some of it isn't properly set up occasionally. Like, I do feel like there's something to Doc, and the fact we don't really learn about some of his struggles until a lot later on is a shame, because I think they're actually really interesting motivations.
I feel like it would have been easier to like. It would have been better if they were to like put that like earlier in the movie, like a little bit per se.
And I guess what I'm asking for isn't like a total rewrite. It's more of like a couple scenes and just a little bit of
Changing
restructuring.
up the scenes, some
Because
of that.
I understand fundamentally why because you have to put Lightning in a different place for his arc to make sense. You can't have him like learn to like slow down in life in California or whatever,
Yeah.
or like the down south, because I don't remember.
San
I don't
Francisco.
remember. Well, because I don't remember what state the original scene kind of took place in. I know it's like in the south, because like the motorway at the south. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you can't really have him be in that environment and expect him to change. You know, like that doesn't really make sense. So you kind of need to put him in a new place for his arc to work. It's just, I really wish they either kind of restructure it a little bit, because I do think the racing is the fundamentally like the most interesting part of this movie. Because again, they do so much work and research to make this race feel like an actual NASCAR race. They got a bunch of announcers from
Yeah.
NASCAR and Fox from the early 2000s to actually do the voices for the announcers. They got Dale Earnhardt Jr. to make a cameo
This
in
is
this.
true. That
And
is
that was
good.
really cool. And I'm sitting there just like, why couldn't we just have this movie?
This is why we can't have nice things.
Where's my Dale Earnhardt car?
Taylor in our car.
Wait, that wouldn't have aged well.
Yeah, 100%. But
Sorry.
Especially when Chick Hicks did that little maneuver.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Chick Hicks, that guy,
God of.
that guy.
Kachiga.
Bless that man.
Love
Anyway,
Chick. So funny.
voiced by Michael Keaton too.
That's
Oh, really?
yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
That's always what makes me laugh, because like Batman.
Man. Made an
Beetlejuice.
What are you doing in Hillbilly Hell?
No, Beetlejuice would
He
do
belongs.
perfect in Hillbilly Hell.
He really would.
Batman 89. Not
Well,
that
maybe.
good.
I don't know about a small
Just kidding.
town.
It's fine.
No, okay.
Maybe a creepy little small
Yeah,
town.
hear me out though.
Sure.
Beetlejuice in Hillbilly Hell.
Isn't that the new movie?
No.
That is kind of like the new movie.
I forgot
just-
there's a new movie
yeah.
coming out for Peter. Oh,
The juice is loose.
Was it the second one or
That is a sentence that should not be said.
We already made that hour of jokes on a former project of ours.
I know.
I know.
Me when I say the juice is loose at the sperm bank?
Are we going back to the sperm bank now?
Dude,
Yeah.
take me back.
It's going to be another
okay,
sperm
now-
bank
now I'm
conversation
going
like it
into, like, a
usually
whole-
goes.
No, I'm going. Now I'm thinking about.
No!
No. We're going to stop you right there.
This
Thank
is
you.
a family
I know. I
adjacent
wasn't gonna say-
podcast.
Here's the thing. I wasn't gonna say anything about it though.
Shane?
I promise you.
Do we need to have a conversation later?
Well,
no.
when two cars love each other very much,
Oh, okay.
I don't think we can get into the logistics
you know,
of that.
well, they imply it.
They really do.
You know, that reminds me of, oh shoot, what movie is it? The recent one? Elemental?
Elemental?
Elemental.
No. We're not asking how the fire and water mix. No.
No.
Go on, Jane. Explain to us.
No, I
Explain
don't
to
even
the
know if I
audience.
can explain. They're like in a hot air balloon, and then they see the one couple in the window. Yeah. That was confusing. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
That's
Back to
an-
cars.
That's an
Back to
adult
con-
joke.
Back
A
to
lot of
Pixar.
blowing.
That's
That movie's weird,
that's
man.
Kidnapping.
What, do we want to do the elemental episode where I just rant?
Yeah.
Do we want that?
it's been
Charlie
most of this
yapping
too,
for
so-
an hour.
I will come back for that.
That'll be Cars
Elemental.
2, though.
Oh my!
You and
No,
your
first of all,
rant.
we need Bryce for Cars. Too.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Because
we
we need to.
definitely
I
need
want to
Bryce.
watch him defend his bad opinion.
Yeah.
We're all just gonna attack it. It's
No, I never said it. We're gonna give him a fair shake.
no, that's fair. That's valid.
This isn't like a firing squad.
I'll attack.
Yeah.
Okay, well, accept that. Give that back to Bolt. Bolt's lonely over there without it.
Exactly.
yeah, we need to get more plushies for Bolts. He looks sad. and lonely.
I have plenty.
Dude, I have no idea where the posters are we ordered.
Yeah, I know.
Did you order them off Amazon?
No, we ordered them off eBay.
Oh, eBay.
Because what happened is that we found like a buy two get one free deal for some posters, so we bought them. And what happened is that I'm pretty sure they're farther than where we actually think, because what happened is that like the status of it is like only has been last updated since May 9th, and it was like package receiving acceptance in Texas. That's weird. Which I looked it up online. Apparently that happens to a lot of packages, but it's still moving.
Yeah.
So it's saying like it's shipped, label not created, or something.
No, the label's created, which is how I was able to get a tracking number.
I only had that happen one time to me, and I ordered a 1990s PC game from Pakistan.
Nice.
Don't ask me why, but it kind of just sat in limbo, and then it showed up one day, like 6 months later.
Oh.
But that was Pakistan. Okay, this is not.
Yeah, we ordered
Texas.
this in like America.
Yeah, this
America.
is. It's fine.
So I don't know. But
Surprise.
All right, now let's move on to Lightning
But
McQueen
back to
getting
cars.
kidnapped.
You know, Lightning McQueen, he gets car napped or whatever we're calling it. He has to go
Car-napped.
He has to go back to California so he can talk to hick chicks or whatever.
Hick chicks.
And you know, he doesn't have a racing crew because it was rude to the original racing crew in the beginning. Oh, but
Yeah.
boo.
My name's not Chuck.
It's not. It's Charlie.
How you doing, Chuck?
Doing off. But anyway,
No,
I've been talking about cars. I'm doing terrible.
yeah, we're going off
But-
on different tangents here.
My point is that we get the scene where they all show up at the last hour. Like Doc is his racing crew, his chief or whatever, and you know
Everybody
they're all
else is
helping him
there.
out. Here's my question: they said earlier in the movie he had 20 tickets.
Yeah.
Like his agent Harv or whatever said that.
Yeah.
Why didn't Sally come?
I don't know.
Ooh.
That is a good question.
There was
She was upset
There
that
was
Lightning
she
left.
was rooting him on. Like,
Yeah.
what you
So
Yeah.
I don't know, continuity. Should have watched.
what are you talking about? How they
Watch? I thought they were listening to it on the radio.
were watching it. No, they were. It was
Yeah, they rolled the
okay.
TV in there.
Yeah.
Oh right, I forgot that there's the TV that existed. How did TVs work?
Well, I mean, we have.
And you know, in the like, did they? How did
No.
cars make things?
Well, yeah.
Come back
obviously.
for Cars 2.
Yeah, come back
The
for
electric
Cars 2.
boogaloo.
Welcome back to us, like, teasing Cars 2, which is just going to be me complaining.
Yeah, and Bryce defending,
Yes.
and a lot of
Yeah, and
from
then-
him.
because that's his
Aaron
only
and I-
defense nowadays.
And
Yeah.
Aaron and I eating popcorn on the sidelines.
Yeah, we're just gonna kind of sit this one out, just mute our mics.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
But anyway, my point is that besides that little continuity error, the last race is pretty good.
Yeah,
It's a pretty fun race. Like, obviously, it's not perfect. There's a lot of fun little moments where, like, he's growing as a character. He goes to stop for tires. And, of course, you have that great moment where Hick Chicks pulls a Joey
move.
Logano and throws the king into the
Yeah.
grass. Not great. You know, we get the great character moment where he lets the king win. Da da da. Like, that part's good.
yeah.
No qualms. That's a good moment.
Yeah, but now I do want to. I like the part in that racing scene where like Hick Chicks is yeah.
I was saying this is a joke.
No, I'm saying it on purpose. Now.
Okay.
But anyways,
Okay.
where they're making fun of Linguini, and he's just, oh, you can't.
Linguini, it's Luigi.
Sorry, you got me on Ratatouille now. Thanks a lot.
We haven't met. That was a reference a half an hour ago.
Okay, Luigi, and he's just
Come
like,
back
oh,
to
you can't work on tires. You don't know how to do it. And then
stop.
he comes into Lightning comes into the pit, and Luigi just gets it done quickly in like
Oh, yeah.
5 seconds, and everybody's just like,
Pit stop.
no way, pit stop.
It's a great scene.
Yeah.
That was, and then like the last guy's mustache just
The
falls
mustache
off.
falls off. I forgot about that one.
Mustaches,
Is it like the Nike swoosh in this universe? You need to have a mustache? How does this work?
probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, and then after that scene, like where Lightning lets the king win, it goes to like the press conference thing where Chick Hicks has the Stanley Cup, and he's just like, oh yeah, I got the Piston Cup. Why isn't nobody cheering me on?
Dude, it's the chick era. It started.
Yo, the Chick era.
The dynasty has begun.
Take me back.
That's a fun line. I don't
Take
know
me
why.
back.
To the chick era?
2006.
You miss it? Just the golden years?
Aw, shame.
Shane's been living in the Lightning McQueen era for a while there. He wasn't there for the chick era.
Yeah.
No, I want to go to the Chick era.
But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
I liked
Have
this,
fun
the
with
way
that.
this movie ends. It was a fine ending.
it is.
I miss
Wholesome.
Pixar bloopers.
Yeah,
Oh.
those were
Dude,
so
the
fun.
Pixar bloopers, they're great.
Toy
I like-
Story 2s were
I miss
fantastic.
them.
Those ones were
Those
fun.
are
Did you
amazing.
never see the bloopers?
Like the Toy Car story. Like when
Yeah.
they're watching it in the drive-in.
Yeah.
Did you never see those, Jaden?
No.
Really?
It's just
Yeah.
got John Ratzenberger being
Yeah,
him.
it's funny.
And he's just like,
he's a thespian.
It sounds like me. Wait a minute.
You've never seen this?
I don't think I have.
Really?
I think, yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Gotta have a little watch
Honestly-
party about
It's
that.
my favorite
We're gonna
part
have a
of the movie.
conversation about this later, Jaden.
But
Okay.
I think that's our very rough, misguided, goofy
Analysis.
walkthrough of
Yeah.
Cars.
That hasn't hit an hour yet. At least the cutting
What?
room floor is gonna have probably an even shorter cut.
Well, no, because we still have some things to talk about. But
yeah, just a little bit.
you know, I'm watching this movie and I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I still don't like it, but I can understand why people do like it.
No.
Like, there's a very strong emotional through line with Lightning throughout this whole thing. I can understand why people would get attached to it.
Oh, 100%.
I just don't like this movie because I just don't like the characters that much, honestly.
Okay.
Like, and if I and it's one of those things where I always subscribe to character first when it comes to stories. And if you don't really like the characters, you're not really gonna like the movie. But not in like you're supposed to hate them kind of way. But it's in the
Yeah.
characters you're kind of supposed to like. If you don't like them,
No.
kind of luck.
Well.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I like the characters. Not all of them. Just want to preface that. Not all of them.
Yeah,
But a lot of them, I don't know. I think Lightning had a decent,
it was good.
it had a good character arc to it. It wasn't like, oh, he's bad. Now he's good.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Which would have been the greatest thing ever, but
Would have been.
yeah.
They give me more fuel for this.
Yeah.
I don't think all the Cars lovers that are gonna watch this are gonna like that.
I just want to see the alternate dimension of you
Loving Cars.
watching that version of Cars.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
For me,
I would have been fuming
yeah, if you
like I did over a certain other movie.
Yeah, he's over there with a shotgun.
Yeah.
but,
Bolt.
exactly.
I would
And
that one forever.
for me,
I hate this stupid dog. Like, it's so ingrained in my life.
now, for me with the Cars, like some of the characters, they were fine. Like there were some I just like, they're just like, I don't really care for them. I did care for Doc though. He was a good character. The King, he was chill. Chick Hicks, plus up to him.
Yeah.
Ow. But and then Lightning though, he's again fine. Like he could have done a little. He could use a little bit more work. But
I think if he was just funnier,
yeah,
I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, the reason we keep coming back to Hillbilly Hell is
Yeah.
because it's a funny line.
It is. It's a great line.
But
Exactly.
I guess on the topic of Doc, he was voiced by Paul Newman,
yeah, Paul
who
Newman.
passed away shortly after this movie. I think it was a
Yeah.
couple years.
Yes, he did.
And it's one of those situations where he loved racing. Like, Paul absolutely loved racing, and you can totally tell in Doc's
Yeah.
performance. And it's one of those things where he kind of made the character.
Yep.
And I guess that general love of racing and cars and all that kind of stuff when it comes to this is why I think this movie really isn't hateable. Like, I can understand why people don't like it. I
course.
don't like it. But
course.
I can't sit there and go, like, this movie had no passion. It had no love in it. There was a lot of passion and love put into this thing because they want it to be good. And to a lot of people, it is a good movie. It's brought a lot of joy to a lot of people and made $8 billion in merchandise sales.
This is
which,
true.
let's face
Yeah.
it, is what people care about the most sometimes.
Yeah.
But
People only care about the merchandise,
Oh,
not the
shirts.
movie.
oh my
That was
god,
my
8 billion.
$8 billion.
What a pretty penny. Yeah.
buckaroos.
$8 billion for Lightning McQueer.
And
Did he
Hick
accomplish
chicks.
his quest for tires, though?
But he kept yelling, no tires! No tires!
Yeah.
Well, I mean, originally he did, but I think he did.
I feel like he did. Luigi helped.
No
probably.
tires, no tires!
Oh, Luigi.
Yeah.
No tires, no tires. Dead.
Such a quirky
Wah,
character.
wah.
Such a quirky little guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you said after the king threw himself on the grass? Just womp womp.
You see, full
picture
disclosure,
that.
I did. Actually.
Doesn't
Wow.
surprise me.
Wow.
Oopie Powie.
What?
I don't know, trying to finish it
You're
off
just
with the
saying
rhyme.
words at this point.
Yeah, I do
It's like
say
it's
words.
like when you're at when you're 45 and white and someone says after a while crocodile and you just don't know how to follow it up. So you're like, shake and bake snake. I don't know. See you later.
Shake a bake snake.
Shake and bake snake.
I might use that later.
Please
Oh no!
don't.
Look what you started.
This is what happens. I say one thing
Yep.
And, it
and
gets
everyone obsesses over it for a
Everyone
few
loses
months.
their minds.
You're part of everyone, Shane.
Yeah, I know
You are
that.
part
You
of
were
it.
in-
I know.
Everyone takes my mannerisms. They takes my
I could
jokes.
be after.
They don't take my women because there's none to speak of because I watch Cars.
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah.
It's okay.
What?
You watched it too.
Yeah, I know I did. And I'm currently watching the trilogy.
I'm so proud of you.
The trilogy.
Yeah.
When's
it's-
Cars 4?
Oh.
You know they're
That one's gonna be
make it.
that one's gonna be a flop, just like Toy Story 4.
I can't do forts.
I'm a defender of Toy Story 4 actually.
Oh.
The door.
I need to rewatch it before I.
I actually
formulate an
think it's
opinion
Go up
on
the
it.
stairs, out the door,
Really?
take your car, go to the Ambassador Bridge.
Turn your
And drive
car
to
on.
Canada.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
Why drive to Canada?
why?
Why would
And
I
then
do
go to the
that?
mountains and then drive off the mountains.
Why-
Oh,
Oh.
But there's more efficient ways of ending it, you know? Like, there's a bunch of lakes. I can just drive into... Your advice to end my life, awful.
Yeah. Wow.
Not efficient. If you wanted me dead faster, you should think smarter.
It turned around and saved his life.
Me, when I get mad when my friend tells me to end my life because he told me not to do it efficiently?
Oh, man.
Charlie right there. But anyway,
When is Planes? Are we ever going to talk about
No.
Planes?
No.
I mean, if you guys want to...
I have never watched
I don't
Planes,
think
and
I've
I have
never seen it
zero
either.
intention
I
of
have.
watching it.
Oh.
I've seen Planes.
I'm sorry for your loss,
seen
Aaron.
Planes at
We're
Delta?
writing your obituary.
oh, wow.
Detroit
Shane,
Metro?
Yeah. Detroit Metro, absolutely.
Getting into it over there.
Yeah.
I've seen him at the airport right up the road.
Yeah, like in,
Nobody knows
in Romulus.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
my
we don't talk about that.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
But...
Inside jokes no one will
I
understand.
know, but...
oh boy.
But I don't know. But I guess, Cars, it's left its mark. It's
Yeah.
infected enough.
Yeah. Infected enough.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, when you think of all the Pixar movies, it's like Cars is not S tier.
No.
It's more like B.
I'd argue C.
That's valid.
And that's me being annoying.
No, that's valid. That's valid. Like I'd say
There's
B
better-
tier. In B tier, there's obviously other
I
better
mean,
Disney Pixar
it
movies.
could have been
There
worse.
definitely is, but I mean,
It could have been worse. It could have been The Good Dinosaur. Do you want
I've
to...
seen that
D
one
tier
too.
for dead.
I saw it once.
okay, I think
and
I fell off the Pixar
hated
train
it.
a long
I saw it
time
twice.
ago.
Ooh.
I saw it in theaters and at home.
I saw like a minute
I'm
Minecraft
sorry.
parody of it, and I'm just like,
That's all. You haven't seen the actual movie?
I've seen like clips from the original movie, and it's like,
I haven't
I don't
seen
like it.
No.
I fell off the Pixar train.
Yeah.
Went on the Disney
There's a part
train.
where it's like the part that I watched was like the dinosaur and the kid are like eating like this stuff and they're like having this weird like
Yeah, they get
drug-
high or whatever.
drug jokes.
That's the best part of the movie, when the dinosaur gets high.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Or whatever.
honestly,
Okay, I think we need to watch this later, Shane.
why
You guys are going to be so bored.
Yeah, we're gonna
The
be
Good
bored.
Dinosaur is not that... It's
No,
very
it's-
boring.
Probably not.
Yeah,
But-
we're just gonna stop it.
There's
You're
only,
gonna
like-
go read. I'm gonna go work on Legos.
Whoa, wait, what? Wait,
If we watch The Good Dinosaur.
I just heard
Oh.
weed.
No, I said read.
Oh,
I heard weed in my defense.
I said read.
I
I
heard weed. That's why
I don't think you
stopped
did, Shane.
I did say read.
think Shane is very happy about the marijuana laws being in Michigan right now.
Yeah.
I think he's taking full advantage.
Yeah.
The day he turns 21, yo.
Wow.
You don't have to be 21 to do weed, do you?
Yeah, you do.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
You do.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
In the state of Michigan, yes.
Just kidding. That was
So true.
No.
but, I think that's Cars. Confusing, messy Cars.
No.
Hillbilly hell.
Some
Hill
quirky
Cars.
characters.
A lot of characters that
Yeehaw.
just didn't need to be there.
Yep.
Just send me to Frank.
Made of Frank.
Anyway,
Carrot tipping.
I think that's all the time we have for today.
Yes, it is. That is all the
Indeed.
time we have for today. So thanks again for listening. We appreciate it. Stay tuned for more great episodes. And, of course, check out all of our socials for fun stuff and random memes that seem to do very well on all of our accounts.
Exactly.
Yeah, in case you want to see Scott Pilgrim clips with podcast jokes,
Yeah.
here you go.
So
And
That's what
jokes
we are
about
now.
OJ Simpson, just go on to our
Shut up,
Insta.
man.
When's the OJ podcast?
Dude,
When is it?
right now.
3 weeks.
Don't tease the audience like that.
Stay tuned where we will...
When we will discuss the whole history.
We will acquit, okay?
Yes. If the podcast fits, they must quit.
There you go.
So true. So
But I think
true.
that's all the time we have.
Yes, it
Indeed.
is.
Yeah.
So, thanks again for staying after hours, and we will catch you on the flip side. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to the Double After Hours podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Be sure to check out our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I'm Aaron Gresser, and thanks for staying after hours.